Hey, welcome to FailCraft. I'm Hammy, hope you're well and good, and we are chatting about some Hearthstone news today in a quick way. So, in the Innkeeper's blog series that Hearthstone throws up officially on Battle.net every now and then, yesterday, this is early June, we were teased with this very image, along with the fact that a hero was approaching. A hero came into the inn, and all of the folks in the inn drew breath, and then everything continued with Innkeeper's warm welcome. And there was speculation, there was internet speculation, but it has been announced today. Now, people took a look at this silhouette, and they, very, very smart people, I'm going to credit the people on the thread on the US Battle.net post, but that may vary, said, hey, there's an action figure. Take a look at this guy. And they sort of had a look at the action figure, they had a look at the silhouette, and thought, you know what? This guy could be the guy. He's got a bit of a beard flowing around, if you take a little look in the middle there. Perhaps some kind of weapon that he's holding, and it has been confirmed that the new Hearthstone hero is going to be none other than Magni Bronzebeard. Very, very interesting. So, I was not hugely familiar with Magni because I played a bunch of Horde in World of Warcraft. So for you folks who have not been familiar with Magni, a little bit about Magni. He's the king of Khazmodan. So now in World of Warcraft, you're very familiar with it if you played on Alliance side. I've played sort of some junior low-level Alliance characters and got that far. He's head of the Bronzebeard clan, he's head of the Senate of Ironforge, so in the Dwarven world, he is a pretty big deal. As Ron Burgundy would say, he's kind of a big deal. Now, other things you might know Magni for. He is very much related brother-wise to Muradin. So you Heroes of the Storm fans might recognise Muradin running around with his dual hammers. You can see a little bit of that in Magni, of course, as well. Now, Magni is also known in Warcraft lore for getting stuck in with the creation of a very legendary weapon. Now there's a trailer over on the Hearthstone YouTube channel, go check it out, and also on the Hearthstone blog, and it's a little tease for, well, it's a little announcement of Magni, and in that Magni discusses talking about legendary weapons and the fact that you can't create a legendary weapon unless you put a lot of hard work in. Now the legendary weapon he is referring to is none other than Ashbringer. Now of course Paladin fans, if you play Paladin in Hearthstone or indeed World of Warcraft, you will recognise Ashbringer because Ashbringer is Tyrion Fordring's sword, or I think it's a large sword, it is a large sword that he wields when in Hearthstone. Of course, you play Tyrion, you equip Ashbringer when Tyrion dies. When Tyrion dies, Ashbringer pops up. Now, Ashbringer in World of Warcraft lore, I'm no lore expert, you go check on some of the amazing Hearthstone lore and History of the Cards series that you can see. But as a quick overview of Ashbringer, Ashbringer is Tyrion's sword, and it was created to try and counteract the evil, of course, that is Arthas's sword, which is most awesome. And I can't remember its name, and it's Frostmourne, there we go. So yeah, Ashbringer was forged to oppose Frostmourne, and he whacked away. The other thing that you might know Magni for, of course, is in Blackrock Mountain. So you may have fought Emperor Thaurissan in Blackrock Mountain. Now, Emperor Thaurissan, obviously in Hearthstone, running around, reducing the mana cost by 1 every turn of every card in your hand when you play him. He's such a joker. But you remember that in the fight in Blackrock Mountain, Moira Bronzebeard, his wife, appears. You're not allowed to kill Moira, otherwise Thaurissan goes absolutely loco. And the reason that Magni and Moira are related is, of course, that Moira is Magni's daughter. So he is forever wanting to try and rescue her, and he's obviously not a son of Thaurissan, and Thaurissan, of course, has been corrupted by all of the malign influences, Ragnaros, Deathwing, and that running around in Blackrock Mountain. So there you go. There are the very, very rough World of Warcraft lore behind Magni. The sort of kind of ties to Hearthstone. There's some grounding points there that you will already know. So let's get on to get away from the lore and get on to a little bit more of the news side of things. So what do you get? Well, how do you get Magni? You have to pay for him. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. Magni is a paid edition. He is a skin, he is an animation voiceover set, and you also get a card back. So we'll go to the price at the end, but we'll quickly flick through what you actually get for your money. Now, in terms of why he's paid, why he's not, I will share my views on that in a separate video to this. This is very much a news update rather than a hammy little tirade of opinion. But in we jump. So there is your card back. So if you decide to grab Magni for your very, very own, the King of Ironforge, then you're going to get yourself a card back. The Steadfast Magni card back, say Blizzard, is added to your collection immediately after purchasing the hero. So that's quite a nice card back. You can see it's kind of pretty in line with his colour palette, a few nice little embellishments like his armour. So, card back collectors, is this the first card back that's kind of paid? No. Well, remember of course that when you buy or pre-order some of the previous expansions, you get card backs as well. So card backs aren't always free. It has kind of been established that they can be tied in with other content as well. So that, I think, is this continuing in that vein. Next thing we have, oh, I've gone in the wrong order, so we can have a little look at a bit of gifage. So here is Magni's custom warrior animations. Now Magni is of course a warrior. If we go back and if you just remember the first image we showed, the teaser image, he just had a big warrior symbol. So he was a reskin of a warrior. You can see a little bit of glowing in the background. You can see that there is a little glowing hero power, but you can see that this is not quite the same effect as a golden hero. Remember that you can get golden versions of all of the existing heroes if you win 500 games. I think it is off the top of my head. So you can get a sort of semi-golden effect here on Magni. You can get a nice little animated moving animation, and of course you've got a armor up there which has a little additional effect on there as well. You can see that hammer sort of forging. Remember, Magni's managed to forge a bunch of weapons in his time, so you're whacking some armour on there, forging things up, and get a nice little glowy effect as well. And you know what? A lot of people will like that. Very much see that being cool. I think it's a pretty cool effect. The other thing you get, of course, is, as we mentioned, it has a voiceover palette in as well, so Magni's going to be not only emoting in various different ways, he's going to have a new voice, a play area featuring a custom visual theme. So that's probably not a board, but you can see on Magni's side of the board behind us, if I just take away Feeding the Fury of the Mountain, you can see that there's a little bit of embellishment on either side there. So maybe that's what they mean by play area. It's not going to be the actual board. There's not going to be a new board, but the play area being the area around the hero. And then also entering the game animations so you can greet or intimidate your next opponent in style. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what these will be. So finally, as we take a little look at Magni, the news that everyone is going to be talking about, and indeed we've been waiting for, is how much is it going to cost? Well, US dollars, it's going to be $9. So remember that you're getting a card back, as you can see in this illustration, and Magni with his funky animations and his voices and all of those kind of things for $9. Now, for those of you who are UK-age or European, that's going to be €8.99, £7. So for people in the UK, like myself, £7. Worth noting on this image, and I don't know if it changes in the US, but prices for PC, Mac and Android. For iPad prices, please refer to your local iTunes store. Now, I've not actually bought any expansions or anything. I've always checked out my expansions and things when I bought them on PC. So you may want to just check. I'm not sure if any of you have got any information from YouTube. Please like or you know, comment or subscribe if you like this video. But also let us know in the comments what you think about the pricing with regards to iTunes. I'm wondering if iTunes is slightly more expensive off the top of my head. I can't quite remember, but I'll have to double check that. But if you know on YouTube, please do comment below and let us know. Last but not least, pricing wise for you folks down under, it's going to be $12.99 Aussie dollars. So that is your pricing. You're going to be jumping on in, and if you're wanting some of that Magni action, then it's going to be a few quid. If you're in the UK, it's going to be $9, $9.99 if you're in the US, €8.99 for you Eurovision kind of lot, and then $12.99 Aussie dollars. So that is our wrap up of Magni. What do you think about Magni? What do you think about hero reskinning? Are you in favour of it? Are you not in favour of it? Do you think that that's the kind of price that you're going to pay? Do you think that's good value? Are you going to enjoy it? Or are you perhaps going to leave it alone? Whatever you think, do let us know in the comments below. Would love to hear what you think about it. It's nice to see new content. I'm quite excited to see Magni, so it's a bit of fun, it's something different, and it's always nice to see new content being added to games. But we'll be interested to see whether you think it's going to be something that's for you and you're really excited by it, or whether it's maybe not so much for you as well. Either way, in YouTube, in the comments below, do let us know. It'd be great to talk to you and see what you think about it. So thanks very much for tuning in to this little Hearthstone news update. This is FailCraft Casts. I've been Hammy. You can come and join us live on stream, generally Monday through Friday, twitch.tv/FailCraftCast. We'll always tweet on @FailCraftCast on Twitter when we're going to be live. And if you're on YouTube or not, do come subscribe, If you fancy some more Hearthstone content, we do news, 2-minute deck guides, and a whole bunch of other things as well. So if you're live on stream, don't go away, but if you're on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully see you soon. Let us know what you think about Magni in the comments below, and it would be great to see you either in the comments, on Twitter, subscribed, or perhaps live on stream on Twitch sometime soon. This is FailCraft Casts, and I've been Hammy. Take it easy.